How many grenades does it take to crash the Quest 3? A question as old as time itself, but we're gonna find out today. I tried a similar experiment in a past video, but we hit Rec Room's ink limit and the headset survived, so it was a bit disappointing. However, I discovered that some rooms have early access to limits v2.
We're removing ink limits. That's right. No more ink.
So today we're gonna find the answer. And if you like what you see, be sure to add me on Rec Room and consider using my support code.
ChubbierSnail. Ooh.
This is a paint grenade, and this is what it looks like when you explode one. Didn't lag a single thing. So our next test was to do 5 at once and see if that had any impact. And as you'll see, it made absolutely no difference. It was obvious we needed a lot more. So our next test was to do 25 grenades at once. And while this looked super awesome, there was still literally no lag. And that's when the real battle started. Next, I went for 100 at once. And as you can see, there's quite a few grenades here now. I was a little nervous that I went too big too fast. I didn't want to crash everything already. But as you'll see, again, there's absolutely no lag at all. The Quest 3 is a beast. I also noticed that the grenades were starting to spread out pretty far. So I decided to try and build an enclosure and keep everything nice and tight. We finally got a good looking enclosure, and I decided to run 100 again. And to my delight, we finally got our first taste of lag. Just a little, I don't know, that's weird. Success was on its way, but we needed a lot more. And that's why I decided to jump up to 200 grenades. And again, I was pretty nervous this would crash everything. But overall, the Quest 3 handled it fine. Things looked pretty for a few seconds. We got our first real lag spike, but we were still a long way from achieving our goal of crashing Rec Room. Now it was time for 300, and I was sure this was gonna crash things. Look at how many grenades there are. Are you seeing all these spawn? But after a brief spout of lag, Rec Room was still alive and well. And at this point, I'm starting to lose my mind, because holy crap, how many is it gonna take? No more baby jumps. This time we're going straight to 500. Look at how cool it is watching them all spawn in. It's like a little rain shower, but a lot deadlier actually. And this is when we see our first massive spike of lag. Massive. Like my pee. But it wasn't good enough and I wanted answers fast. So that's when I knew I had to take drastic measures. I needed to double it and give it to the next person. I selected all 500 grenades one by one, and that's when I hit the clone tool, producing a grand total of 1,000 grenades. You can see here, I'm getting stuck in the main game. I haven't even detonated anything yet, and there's lag. Surely this would be the final battle. So with hopeful excitement, I dove right in and wished for the best. And at this point, the game became scuffed. I was able to completely move around and look into the dark void. Was this heaven? Was I dead? I spent a few moments freaking out, and right when I thought we were crashed for good, I started loading back into the game. The room was incredibly laggy for a while, and the respawning of all 1,000 grenades was really taking a toll on overall performance. But the game never crashed. And as I stood there at a blazing 5 frames per second, I thought maybe I should just quit. Maybe this game is uncrashable. The device too powerful. But I couldn't leave a quitter. I had to give it one last attempt. One more chance to defy all the laws of physics and make history. That's when I decided to highlight all 1,000 grenades and try to duplicate them. You heard that right. We're going for 2,000 grenades. And I'll be honest, part of me thought the act of doubling them would just crash the game right out the gate. And as you can see, the game really did slow down. But it did spawn all 2,000. I looked down at my 1 FPS hands. 2,000 paint grenades? This was the work of a madman. Did I really have the courage to see this through? Well, there's only one way to find out. And to no one's surprise, we received the largest lag spike in history. All sounds stopped, all updating ceased, and I found myself again in the infinite void of Hades. And let me tell you, this lasted for a while. While stuck in here, I experimented with a few of the Quest's different features. The play space was still active and well. This was pretty necessary because after a while, the entire headset became one dark void. Even the pictures disappeared. To my surprise, I was actually able to spawn the Quest 3's menu screen. Although as you'll see, that too even started to glitch on me. And I thought all hope was lost. But to my surprise, I spawned not into the infinite sandbox, but into my dorm room. I realized this wasn't a hard crash of Rec Room. Like, it didn't shut down or close out of the game. But this is still a victory. The Quest 3 is a beast, but not as big of a beast as I am. As you'll see here, I attempted the hardest challenge in Rec Room history and lived. Be sure to check it out. It's one of my best videos yet. Thank you all for watching, and remember, stay chubby.